So you may not know it by watching my videos, but I actually go to work every day and make my living as a quality assurance guy. I got it. We got an old adage, all right? And it goes something like, if you don't got enough time to do it right the first time, you definitely don't have enough time to do it a second time. Now I know all this, and I still managed to do it a second time. We're going to talk about that, how I got into that room, and how we can fix it to not get there again on this week's Tuesday Morning Tech Tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. Here's the ironic part, guys. Do you think that was the first time I've ever done that? Like the first time I ever put myself into a bad situation and had to redo something? Clearly no. No, we've all been there, right? So now you think I magically found out the formula and I'm going to tell you all about it. This way we don't end up doing it again. I mean, it'd be nice. We could take precautions, but it's never going to be 100%. There's always a chance you're going to screw something up. So I was thinking back to that day, and actually, a little thing at work to where I was actually sitting down talking about how we can fix some things there with the same type of thing, right? Because we always do it. Like, we put things off, we put things off, we put things off, and then it's like, I got to do it right now. And we rush. We cut, I hate to say we cut corners, but that's been done. And you end up doing damage to something. And now you're like, okay, it's late at night, early in the morning, whatever, middle of the night sometimes. You got to be somewhere. You got to get something done. You got to go. You ain't got time for this. And you can't get parts. You can't get... All these things have happened to me. It's happened to me on this guy a lot. That's why we didn't make the tailgate tour last year. Was that exact reason. And here I was a year later doing it on the Tundra. Am I ever going to learn? I think I kind of learned. And I say that for a couple reasons. Number one, we made the tailgate tour this year. Yeah, I'm going to continue to brag about that. So you're going to have to deal with it. All right? Seriously, though. We changed the way we did some things, and we were good to go. We had one small issue. Truck made it home flawless. So it took us an extra year, but we got it done. And I think I learned some of the things we did there on this particular job with the Tundra that I'm referring to when we threw the plugs in it. Let me take you through memory lane for a second, all right? At 100,000 miles on the truck, I said, you know what? I need to get a bunch of stuff done because I love it. Now we're talking about the Tundra, not this one. It's been awesome. I tow with it. It's, basically my daily driver. We're driving both of them every day, every other day. Either way, that's what's up. So we need to be reliable. That's, these things, they cost a lot of money nowadays. These trucks, cars, trucks especially, you want it to last. So I had the brake fluid, the coolant, the power steering fluid, all that stuff flushed and filled. I took it to the dealer because they're the only ones that would do the transmission. They did all that. While I was there, I asked them, hey, when are you supposed to change the plugs? Because I thought it was 100,000, or actually I thought it was 120, because that's what it was on the Camry, and everything kind of seems to fall the same with this one. The dude looks it up and he says 60,000. I said, whoops. So now, mind you, that's 40,000 miles past the recommended, right? And you're impressed by that math, all right? But yeah, so in that time, the truck ran like the day I bought it. Gas mileage like the day I bought it. Responsive, everything was great. Now I was looking things up as I went down this spark plug rabbit hole, and the Erodium plugs, they say, can last up to 120,000 miles. And you know what? At 114, I finally changed them. Did you guys catch that? At 100,000, I talked to the guy. He told me I was already 40,000 miles over it, and I waited another 14. I ordered them. They were sitting on a shelf over there. Life got in the way. I was trying to get this one done for tailgate tour. We did work on some motorcycles. We did work on Chippy's car. It's time management is a real thing. Okay. So in my brain, after reading saying that it was good for 120, I left it in there, and because it was running good, and I said, let me fix all this other stuff. Then I'm going to have all the time in the world on the back end. You're not going to have all the time in the world on the back end. You're never going to have it. You're always going to have. I know we all do this, right? We're all like, oh, well, once I do this, then everything's smooth set. Guys, we are creatures of habit. We're not going to change. I've been doing the same dumb stuff for years. Okay? Now you can tweak some things, but at the end of the day, you are who you are. You do what you do. And right. I don't care how many New Year's resolutions, what you gave up for Lent, whatever it might be. It's a conscious decision you have to make, and I didn't make it. Then I did make time for it before we were going to drive down to Florida, because I was like, well, I should probably swap these things out. Let's get a little better gas mileage. Make sure it's a nice long trip. Let's do that. I was getting, and it depends on how you drive, especially with that truck. It's got some get up and go. It's got a little bit of stuff done to it. So, between the lift and then it's got a tune on it and it's got an intake on it, or the cool air intake, because that doesn't do anything. It just sounds different. You don't got to buy air filters all the time. That's really the only plus to that, but I'm getting off topic. When I bought the truck, I could get, and you always hear guys, they always carry on, oh, the Tundra gas mileage. Everybody cries about it. I got 19 miles to the gallon in that truck. You're talking a full-size V8 four-wheel drive truck, and if anybody's ever ridden with me knows, I drive how I drive, okay? So, and it ain't for gas mileage. Megan drove the truck. She got 22 miles to the gallon on the highway. It's amazing, right? So this is, if you drive conservatively, I think I mentioned this before, I keep a little thing up on it that tells you the gas mileage. It helps me kind of just keep my foot out of it, and that's really it. When I first got it, I was terrible. I was got like 12 miles to the gallon, and I said, this is not going to work. So I fixed that problem. The problem was right there. It had gone down a little bit. Of course, I put a lift on it. It's on 35s. And I was getting between 15 and 17, again, depending on how I drive. I do a lot of back road, kind of just cruising about 55, 60. So that's what I was getting. About 16 on the average. I ain't mad at it, guys. I'm getting better mileage in that truck on 35s than most guys are getting in their trucks bone stock. So we're good. It had gone down a little bit, so I said, let me bump it back up. I changed the plugs. I waited till the weekend before we left. Don't know why that seemed like a good idea. And then I went to rotate the tires, and I had the shop do it before, and they oomphed them things on there. It took a little bit. Actually, my impact wasn't fully charged. I had actually charged it overnight so I could get them off. The whole thing. We got it all done. And then, if you remember, I came back, and when I came back to the shop, I saw the O-ring sitting on the ground, grommet. Luckily, I saw that, and the afternoon before I left, my mom was sitting up at the house. I'm down here fixing that. And of course, it was the plug that you had to take all this wiring harness off of the back of the wall. I think it was a harness. You had to take these brackets off the wall and get into it and put it back. So it took a little longer than if it was just any other plug. We then drove to Florida. I got 12 miles to the gallon. 12. Now, when we picked up Jay's father's 50 Mercury and put it on an all-steel trailer, and the truck was on 35s and everything, and I towed it home, I got 12 and a half miles a gallon. No matter what I put behind that truck, when I towed the kids' Eldorado back with the U-Haul trailer, 12 and a half miles a gallon. Clockwork, guys. No matter what I put behind that thing towing, and again, I tow the same way I drive. So we're doing 75, 80 mile an hour down the highway and 12 and a half miles a gallon. That's what I got. I got 12 going down to Florida and back. So my whole idea was terrible. I'm going to save money. I'm going to save gas. The truck was not running efficiently. The plugs told that story. And there it is, right? I'm clearly not happy about this. Well, then my buddy Joe needs to borrow the truck. Not Joe, you know, or my brother Joe, but another guy named Joe. I know a lot of guys named Joe. I got guys that the name's not even really Joe, but they go by Joe. Good name. I don't know. We're off track. We're off topic again. All right. So my buddy Joe borrows a truck. He needs to pick up his boat from the house he sold in South Carolina. Now, most people would not sell their truck till after they sell their boat. I digress. Sorry, Joe. Gotta make fun of you. So, what do? I gave him the truck, and he took off with it. Had no problem. The truck never lost any power. It still ran awesome. He had no problem yanking this thing back here. Apparently, it's a very heavy boat. He got 9 miles to the gallon. I don't think it's heavier than a 50 Mercury and an all-steel car trailer. So 9 miles to the gallon is crazy. I told Joe, I'm sorry, dude. He's like, dude, don't apologize. You let me borrow your truck. I'm super appreciative. Solid dude, right? But, so now, I mean, I'm not, but I feel like I was screwing over my buddy, too. He's getting terrible gas mileage. And again, guys, 114 is when I finally did it. When I fixed it again, 120. Andrew ordered the new plugs right away after I realized what I did. So, what was I? Florida's 1,000 miles, so 2,000 miles there and back. So at 116, I realized it on that trip. At 116, I should have done it. Didn't do it. I waited another 4,000 miles. Again, guys, I keep doing the same thing. And it's like, oh man. But then I coordinated it with, now again, let's get this thing done. I coordinated with the 120,000 mile service, so I rotated tires, I changed oil, all that stuff. You guys saw all that happen. And then I got a little aggravated about the skid plate thing, but I think we got that figured out. Something's got to change, guys, right? I keep saying, and I keep saying it's never going to change because I don't change. I think, and I'm not saying I need to be a whole different person, I need to manage some time better. And the part of the problem is I got so much going on, right? Like I'll talk about my buddies or whatever, and I got so much going on. Here's a perfect example. I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now. I should be changing it all on this thing because we just got back from Florida. This guy's got a bunch of stuff that needs done because I want to drive it again. I've been driving it, but I've been kind of taking it easy because we need oil change. We had a rattle on the front end. Looks like we might have developed an oil leak. So, and who knows what else? I got to go over the truck. I just put 2,000 hard miles, if you guys remember. So, I think I should probably stop talking to you guys, but it's not that I don't like talking to you. I gotta get better at this time management thing. So, we're gonna do that, and we just gotta fine tune it, guys. We got to set a priority listing and stop putting things off. I mean, why do something today when you could do it tomorrow? No, just do it today. And that's, If you do it today and then you relax tomorrow, you're done. Just less stressful. Maybe that's why I'm all great. We're going to try that, guys. Hopefully this helps you out. If you're struggling with this kind of thing, you're not the only one. But let's help each other get better. Thanks for watching, guys.